Let's give it up for one of the best humans that this continent has seen. It is Hawk in the blue. And his opponent betraying once again his main race and the people. Still a super tough opponent for Hawk. It is Spiral.
And Spiral opening with an unconventional build. You know, usually when you go Crypt Lord, you open with Crypt and Altar, but he's opening Crypts and Graveyard. So fast fiends. We've seen Lubber recently do stuff like Fast Fiend into Crypt Lord, you creep to level 2.5, and then if Human has expanded, it's almost what you hope for. You attack them, and you have 4 Fiends, Skeletons, Beetles, you just kind of kill them, because you start killing units, you get Crypt Lord instantly to level 3, and you just win the game. Like against Footmen, it's very, very hard for the Human to be able to win those fights. Very good humans, they scout, and if they see this, they don't go for an expansion. I mean, I think this is what it's going to be, but gonna be interesting whether it's the case and how Hawk reacts. And if he even sees this, like does he even actually scout with the first Footman, which most good humans would go for here.
Yeah, I think you have to confirm where is your opponent going with Spiral. It could be super dirty tactics, like with him. If he feels it, this could be a Crypt Lord tower push by any means. Like we've seen this from Vortex in some weird matches. I wouldn't be ultimately surprised. So we do have the Crypt Lord once again. And Hawk is indeed scouting. So I'm curious, man. Fast Fiends. Is this for more creeping or for more pressure? Because you don't really need more creeping with the Crypt Lord, do you?
Yeah, no. I think like in the start you creep to at least level 2, level 2.5. And you can creep pretty quickly. Especially, you can buy Sacrificial Skull to help out if you want to do the Tusker. But yeah, that's the way Lubber played it when he 2-0'd the Muslim in, I think it was the qualifier. Yeah, the close qualifier round 1. The Muslim actually, despite making it eventually, he lost that first match to Lubber. And yeah, I think a lot of people were pretty shocked. So obviously a lot of people paid attention to those games. If you Spiral, you probably saw that. And you're like, oh, that's a good build. I'll save that for when I face a human.
All right, let's go.
4 farm for Hawk.
So that's an expansion, right?
Yeah, it should be. That's interesting. Honestly, if he still tries that, and if you Spiral and you see that, to be honest, Spiral's not even really scouting. Okay, there we go. He sends the Beetle on the outside map. This is supposed to be the dream scenario for the Crypt Lord player here.
Could be a pretty heavy punish indeed. He's gonna creep up. Got a Skull, got a Roar of Necromancy, keeps his Town Portal. And Hawk is going pretty straight to the expansion. Of course, he got level 2 before. Wand of Mana Stealing, always nice. Takes like 2 Beetles away or so. But yeah, here's the creep, and that will be followed up by an expansion.
Yeah, Hawk's Footman took a lot of damage, by the way. It's under 50% hit points. You need to preserve every hit point that you can on those.
Forces are under attack.
Otherwise, it's going to get scary when the push finally happens, which is usually with the 4th Fiends. See, he already has 3. Spiral checks the main base of Hawk, and he knows right now. He sees 4 farms. The Arcane Tower is like, you have Expo. So he's just going to create that level 2. Hawk not quite level 3 yet. If he gets one single unit, even a Murloc, that's going to be it. He's going to get level 3. Very important level, and he gets it.
Okay, double level up here. We got Impale, and we got the level 2 Water Elementals. So what's going to be better right here? He's kind of blocking himself, taking a lot of damage with the Fiend. And of course, with the Crypt Lord, there's no coil. There's absolutely no healing.
Oh, the Fiend. The Fiend!
Dead?
Spiral, actually, this is the right move. He's rushing across the map. He's like, oh, you got a bunch of exposed peasants building the Expo. Look at this. The Expo is not even halfway through done. You can just click on those peasants and take them out super fast here.
And as you said, the Footman is low. The tower will never see the light of day. And I think the expansion will share the same fate. He's calling Militia. That Footman goes down. Trying to take out the Fiends. The illusions don't work too well, I guess. But he's also not getting a connection to the Fiends. Again, force around or like a half encirclement. So the Beetles put pressure onto the workers. He's trying to get a tower up again. The Fiends are super low, though.
Yeah. So I think Spiral kind of messed up. He didn't micro super well onto the peasants. He could have impaled the entire peasant line. They were in a straight line. Instead, he tried to take like a straight up fight and then barely target the peasants. And because of this, now he's gonna getting chased away. He hasn't tanked yet. Like, this is a massive commitment for Spiral. Like, you have to almost win the game on that push, but he hasn't been killing a whole lot. His Crypt Lord is just slightly above level 2. And Archmage is about to intercept some Fiends.
Really good movement by Hawk. That's one Fiend down. That's the... Oh, can he get another shot out? What? No, he didn't. The Fiend was just jumping in front and caught the fireball.
Caught a grenade for that Fiend.
Exactly.
But yeah, tower now, halfway through done. I don't know if there's enough firepower to take it out because he's blocking those units away. Archmage still trying to intercept something. He's got boots now.
Oh, wow. No. How good is the multitasking? He sees it now. The damage is quite okay. How good is the damage of the Crypt Lord? It's creating more corpses by killing the workers. Doesn't have that much mana anymore, though. And the Archmage gets another Fiend. What's that? Number 4?
Yeah, he's going to intercept the one on the right side as well.
Oh my god, it's an absolute disaster. Ah, no! Hawk! Showing some mercy, I guess.
He's a merciful god. With a chisel body. Yeah, Spiral on the way to tier 2, but the tech started so late. He's got a Fiend at the back of his gold mine. Like, seeing that way quicker expo for Hawk. It doesn't feel like Spiral has too many good options now. I mean, what does he do? He even had to use the TP. I guess he can just creep a little bit, but is he supposed to expand? Like, do another push? Like, Hawk's going to be getting ready. He's getting a shop. He's getting defense. And he's almost level 4.
Yeah, Hawk looks rock solid. And this camp here at the marketplace is oftentimes a very... like a camp that you fight for, usually. You rarely get it for free, especially not on tier 1. And Hawk is brave enough to just go there, knowing that Spiral is way too hurt to start a fight, right?
Player's forces are under attack.
I'm surprised he didn't use Sacrificial Skull here. That would have helped a lot with the regen on units and Crypt Lord. But a greater mana, one of the better items here, especially when you're running low like he is. I wonder if he might maybe... I don't know, just grab a neutral second hero and then just go for a big attack. Like, look at how many Fiends he has. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What 7 Fiends already.
What can he go for? Like, you don't really want a Dark Ranger. You need the corpses for the beetles. Same for Fire Lord. Naga, maybe?
Well, to be honest, with this army, there will be a lot of corpses. I think you could go Dark Ranger, technically.
Okay.
If the opponent has an humongous amount of footmen, maybe you get something with like AoE, like a Panda or a Naga. A Naga could be okay.
Yeah. Would agree with the Naga choice as well. Hawk is trying to set up some towers, and now it's working better and better. Knowing exactly where Spiral is going. Has good scouting right here, and still everything is so hurt, while Hawk was regenerating super well with that regen scroll. After the camp, it was super hurt, and now he's definitely in fighting shape again. And this mana stone, by the way, pretty good as well.
I think the best thing that Spiral could do is get Burrow now. Like, if he gets Burrow now, he can save so many Fiends. Like, there's no way to scan for human. The labs haven't been cleared. Look, those low HP Fiends. He starts a Death Knight and Burrow.
Okay.
No Slaughterhouse just yet.
And the tech is also very late. He only has 2 ghouls.
Yeah. I think he's going to go on the Expo, maybe click on the Town Hall and drop Light for regeneration on his Fiends.
There is a lot of surface on this Town Hall. It's no SimCity at all. No blacksmith, no farms.
Yeah, but he has enough towers that he's not really scared about the towers getting attacked.
Okay. I think Spiral has to pop the big mana soon. Oh my. He's pushing without the DK here. This is
my god, he lost 2 feet before Burrow.
Yeah. And this is not looking good for the third one either.
He has Burrow now. There we go.
Okay. But
on the way.
every single engagement, it looks like Hawk starts the fight with like 2 big kills.
Yeah, and now he's already got tier 3 on the way. Double Sanctum. Hawk is getting Masonry level 2. Like, I've lost enough games here. It's always the same thing. You push, you kill the towers, they die too quick. So this time he's like, you know what? Not anymore.
He's kind of rich. He got the Mountain King out. This is where things get kind of scary for the undead usually. This was like nowhere near a power spike for Hawk, and this, like, he still has this game under control.
Yeah, 43 supply for Spiral. He used to have so many fins. He had 8 fins at some point. He's down to just the 6 now. And one of those is burrowed and not doing anything. Trying to save what he can. Where's the burrow? Oof, he cores.
Okay, but what about the second one? Hawk retreats for a bit, gets some healing done. Water Elemental forces another burrow out of him.
He's getting morphine and 2 statues, so I think Spiral's just committed to breaking this expo.
Yeah.
There's still no tier 3.
Forces are under
He
attack.
don't have much wood, actually. Because he has only 2 ghouls on wood.
Yeah.
So he can't even go tier 3. Like, this is still somewhat all-in.
Hawk is going for a workshop, just thinking, okay, you're gonna get destroyers at some point, but that tier 3 upgrade will not be provided, that's for sure. Maybe he can go mortars or whatever.
Yeah, if he knew, he'd probably make a couple sorceresses to slow everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be so good. Just like this Impale, hits the entire army, except the Mountain King.
He still has one more Impale. Militia coming up the line.
Oh, here we go. Stormbolt. Oh! Coil last
They're
second.
almost on time.
Doesn't do anything. Phew.
A player's forces
Nice
are under
block
attack.
on the water elementals. At least one of them. He's gonna take that out pretty quickly. Ooh, if he can go for the priest, big impale.
Does
He
he
can
have,
kill 2 of them.
does he have the sustain to take them out? Yeah, 1 and 2. Mountain King still has mana. There's another Stormbolt now, which is definitely another kill.
Hawk really needs a unit at one of the labs to scan all the time, but
Yeah.
he could also make a flying machine, I guess, technically. There's not gonna be webs. Spiral can't really afford that.
There's a flying machine already in the air.
Oh, oh yeah.
Right above the battlefield. So level 2 now. Doesn't give him enough stats to get another coil out. DK is kind of forgotten about. Could have been surrounded, but Hawk is just 1 goal to take out these spiders.
I know I'm supposed to be like, oh, how can Spiral win this? But I feel like this was already over a long time ago. Like, Paladin's on the way, Knight is on the way. Unless Hawk messes up really badly, he should never, ever be losing this game. Gets the surround on the Crypt Lord, he's still got a bunch of mana. He's gonna Holy Light one of the Footmen, and the Crypt Lord will be going down Spiral. He somehow started tier 3, but there's just too much here from Hawk. 2 solids against this.
Exactly. Well done by Hawk. Just full control pretty much throughout the entire series. And yeah, just like that. Relatively easy 1-0. Remo, what do you say?
I was quite impressed with Hawk. When Tar was talking about this strat and the danger that the Crypt Lord push with level 3 and stuff can be against the expansion, I was kind of worried, that perhaps Hawk might be playing into this. But the way, especially this map, works out with the creep route, it seems to be decent for the human. You start off with the Tuskar, then you go for the green, then you go for the expansion, you set it up, and you're almost level 3. You kill like 1 or 2 beetles or something, and then you're level 3, and there's no way that the Crypt Lord, by that time, can be level 3 or very close to level 3. So the games that the Muslim lost, was that other maps than Northern Isles?
Yeah, it was Amazonia, and then I don't remember the other one.
Oh yeah, okay. Because this seems to come down a lot to creep route.
Yeah, it did feel like the execution was also like way better. I do think that like when you have 4 fins and skeletons and beetles, like Footmen should really be able to get on top of your fins and kill them like this. You should be able to get out every time and send them back to home to the Blight and stuff. Didn't feel like Spiral's best game here.
Alright, hopefully he can turn it up a little. Our second game is Terraner Stand. Remo, how do you like Spiral's chances here on this map?
Crypto level 3, certainly easier here. Also, just expanding for the undead way easier here. Same for the human. I would like to see a nice long 2-base game.
Okay, I would be up for that as well. We gave them the go. Hawk could be quite a statement if he leaves day 1 as the only player who takes a 2-0. And like I think maybe he's flying a little under the radar, as you rightfully said in the before the first game. But maybe
Yeah,
he is a
as his Instagram gets bigger, his Warcraft 3 streaming gets more.
Yeah, maybe he hit a certain goal and then it was time for like 2 weeks of Warcraft again. He seems definitely ready for what Spiral is doing. Easy scout, easy adjustments, good execution. Just rock solid Hawk.
What he's known for, really.
Pretty much, right?
Solid
Like
abs.
not the super flashy plays. Not the super flashy plays, but yeah, exactly. Rock solid. So, well, as we're loading into Terraner Stand, you see the players once again, as Todd pointed out earlier. The statistics were in favor of Hawk going into this game, and judging from map 2, this will probably continue that way with Terraners, with Mercamp Axis. What will we see now? We load into... what? We load into game number 2. Spiral upper left in the blue can of course not switch races anymore. He has to like determine his race before the veto process starts, and Hawk in the bottom right. So do you go for the mercenary camp right away and go for the Shadow Priest?
There's many ways to do this. Like if you're Hawk, first of all, this is Terraner Stand, and Hawk is one of the best mount tanking players in my opinion. Not just in general, but especially on this map. So I'm very intrigued on whether or not he's gonna try mount tanking, knowing that Spiral is gonna go like Crip Lord 99% of the time here. And Spiral is going ghouls. So I think some sort of straight expo for him. And is it the mount tanking for Hawk is the big question.
It feels like Mountain King times for Hawk come in waves. Like around 2014-15, he was crazy good. That was around the time when Last Refuge was introduced. Little history lesson here. Around that time, wow, Hawk was just crushing people left, right, and center with the Mountain King. And then he kind of abandoned him. You're not the biggest fan either, right? Like, what could be the reason for that?
For me not being the biggest fan, or for him not doing as well?
Both, maybe. Maybe you think alike, like the great minds do.
To be honest, I think he still plays quite a bit. Like, I watch his stream often. I always see him with mount tanking on this map. But maybe, like, this game, I know almost for certain that he's not going mount tanking because he doesn't feel confident with mount tanking, in particular against Crip Lord. If he thought that it would be a Death Knight, he probably would play mount tanking. But I think, like, you know, I mentioned it many times on this fight. On this map, there is a big chance factor. And I think on that, or like everybody in general, that also answers the question of why he's doing less sometimes mount tanking, or even why I don't do it. People got really good against it, I think, as well, because so many people do it, so there's always people getting practice against it. It's been figured out a lot more. And on this map, if somebody plays Crip Lord Expo, and they go into Mass Gargoyles, and you've gone mount tanking, you feel a little stupid, you know? Like, it's much harder to deal with it.
Well, maybe you should have gone Mountain King as he gets the potion of Greater Mana. There is a lot of consumables on this map, and makes life quite a lot easier if you get these. Spiral decides to go for the mercenary camp most likely as he takes out the green, or was it just for the expansion? Huh?
Yeah, it's just to get beetles.
Okay,
like, you want to get
straight
bodies, and I guess he wanted to spare the sheep that's near his base that maybe he didn't spot. The Acolyte will go down, actually.
He didn't.
Kind of bad.
He has another one. Oh, can he save himself now with a blight? No, longsword.
A player's forces are under attack.
Should be okay. He doesn't tech yet. 75 gold. It does delay stuff for sure. And Hawk on the
I
other
like the
side.
SimCity of Hawk, by the way.
Counter expanding. Why?
It's just like he's building a decent wall to put the towers behind at a range where it's going to be hard to attack with ranged stuff. So he's already like thinking way ahead. And there is no building that's like really exposed against Beetles level 2. Like, for example, X-Lord, when he gets level 3 on this map, he just sends Beetle to your main base, and if the Arcane Tower is outside the range of the altar, your altar is dead. It's just going to get sieged non-stop and fall. So I think it's pretty good SimCity.
Yeah, this Arcane has everything covered, I guess. The gold workers, the lumber workers, everything that is in front, pretty much. But alright, Spiral tries with an Expo this time, not with a heavy push. Shadow
And Hawk will try and get a cancel of his own on the other side of the map. Which, this ghoul on the right side for Spiral is designed to spot this, but it will go down.
Well, he knows what's coming, so he did his job. Second unit,
Yeah,
of
but
course.
it's taking very long to creep the Mercamp for Spiral. Can he finish on time and be ready at the Expo for this attack?
Yes, 180 mana. Greater mana here as well. He is slowed for a bit.
A player's
The
forces
Ice
are
Tower
under
isn't
attack.
there yet. There's nothing to protect him.
Yeah, the Haunted Goldmine is most vulnerable while it's building. So even though it looks like it's almost finished, I actually think this is a cancel, especially against Water Elementals level 2.
Yeah.
So now Spiral says, okay, you want to take that out, I'm going to counterattack your Expo and then do a lot of damage to you. And the thing is, he's not level 3 yet. So he can't even make Beetles level 2. Like, there is some bodies on the Expo of Hawk. But I guess he needs to kill one of the peasants as like a priority. And Hawk, as soon as he sees that, he's going to TP, and I think his tower might be able to finish eventually, but he's going to have to send Militia on top of this.
Big fight for the Narub Tower here. It was a lot of investment by Hawk. He got the Haunted Goldmine, but that's pretty much about it. First Beetle down. It is still not level 3. Can't get rid of one of these workers or one of these footmen. This tower doesn't do anything. Finally the last hit. And of course there's corpses. And there's a lot of mana. This could be savage.
Yeah, Spiral needs to abolish the Water Elemental. Oh my god, he's got so much mana on the Troll Priest. There it is. One single abolish. Oh, he saved it.
For now at least. Beetles so hurt. Workers hurt. New corpse. 2 new Beetles. Impale even committed. 2 big AoE. That was a welcome gift to these workers for sure. This could be like 6-7 kills.
Yeah, that Creep Lord is gonna speed run to level 4 here. If he can land a big Impale in the center. Hawk interestingly left some Footmen and Water Elemental to the Expo of Spiral, so he killed the Ziggurat that was there at the Nerubian Tower and made sure that the Expo didn't restart, but the defense is what he really needs right now, and those peasants headed for the main base, they're so low.
Oh boy. He would love to have another Impale. He has the mana for it.
Yeah, 162 mana right now.
What is it?
Peasants head to the back of the base. I guess Spiral could stay on the Expo and try and snipe it and then take his own Expo. Yeah, he's restarting it. Footman walking on the Ziggurat at the Expo of Spiral. He's gonna have to cancel that. Because he's gonna die from this Footman.
Oh, is it? He's not committing to it. Second Footman down as well. And Hawk's Expo was really expensive, and the good thing about these Beetles is they never expire. So if Hawk wants to hold to this Town Hall, he has to react.
Yeah, that's the good thing about it, yeah. Hey, Hawk did a really good job, by the way, replacing the gold mine peasants with the red ones and sent the healthy ones to the Expo, but they went too far! They ran past the army, they're at the bottom left of the Expo doing nothing now. He needed that to be fighting.
Oh my, everything is so low for Hawk. Hero, footmen, workers. But okay, still got some militia time, he still got some footmen. 38 supply, 400 gold. Spiral is counter-expanding.
And Spiral doing really well with her burrow as well to regenerate those Scarian beetles before re-engaging with them. And he's the one with the crystal ball. Hawk wishes he had that crystal ball
for once, yes, exactly. We get some ghouls in to help these beetles attack this town hall, tear it down. But footmen do a good job protecting their workers. But Spiral, for the first time in the north, is completely alone and can establish that base finally.
Hawk buys a ton of mercenaries. I mean, he's been mining from the Expo for some time now. He's got Water Elementals level 2. He's really trying to stabilize here in this game, but the assault from the Beetles is still ongoing. The Crypt Lord is still reigning supreme. He's trying to get that Troll Shadow Priest. He's almost level 4.
Can he reach? Or will this be saved? Beetles chasing. There's an Arcane. Okay, maybe sacrificing a footy 4, but the priest stays alive. And the Expo stays alive as well. Hawk with a good hold.
Yeah, Spiral has Expo now as well, and he started tech at the same time actually.
Wow. Yeah, pretty much exactly the moment for both of them.
Yeah, this would be a good time for Spiral to go and creep a little bit, maybe like in the center, grab like 1 or 2 items, and then usually it comes down to who wants to grab a Shredder. Usually kind of both players. If you look at Hawk's wood economy, it's not amazing. You know, it's like he's spamming towers on his Expo because he's paranoid about a follow-up attack, but in the main base, it doesn't have too many wood peasants. I think Spiral might be grabbing the Shredder up first.
Yeah, definitely looks like it as he's moving towards the laboratory. After 4 minutes of just brawling, is this a moment as a player where you lose a little bit of tension as well and just take a big breath and try to keep the concentration high?
Well, it depends how strong you are mentally, you know? Like in my mind, I'd be like, oh my god, how do I beat this Crypt Lord? How do I beat this Crypt Lord? I just keep beating myself. But Hawk, obviously a seasoned player, is probably thinking what unit composition is best to go for against this, and It's gonna have to come through the way of scouting. You need to scout the opponent, realize what they are going for, and then you decide. A lot of the time, I think it's the undead here picking what they're going for first. And usually there'll be at least 2 creeps, fiends, or 3 creeps, gargoyles. It's like the 2 main things, but Spiral strikes me as more of a standard player, not necessarily gonna go for fiends.
Yeah.
Sorry, not necessarily gonna be going for gargoyles.
Yeah, I would think the same. It should be the normal fiend play, but on this map, I don't know. This could be a very, very good MK second, right? And then there's Clap.
Usually you go MK second, or you can try Panda second sometime, but Hawk is for sure one MK second guy.
Oh, look at this Zeppelin drop onto the Acolyte. There's only the Narub tower up. That's not much damage, it's just slow. And he's wrecking these Acolytes. On the other side, Spiral is harassing as well. So let the games begin again.
Hey, Hawk is mirroring every attack that Spiral is doing to him. He went for the expo, then they just like fought a bunch, and now he's like, you wanna go for my expo, I'll go for yours. He's going full Taskmaster on him.
Is that sustainable in the long run?
Oh, he's gonna snipe the gold mine, and then he can TP and defend his own base, so... I kinda like this better for Hawk right now. He got level 5 earlier. The Beetles are being defended, like he can send Militia. Hawk is just doing way better overall in this game, and this is looking like a 2-0 here.
Both heroes get level 5. Who's it better for? He's taking out the towers now. Militia comes in. How greedy is Hawk? When will he TP back? He's trying to take out the towers. He got the Narub tower already. He can even split the forces to take out both Spirit Towers. So all the protection is gone. They can do all the Zeppelin drops over and over and over again. And it's actually Spiral who's kind of forced to go to Town Portal home as the Zeppelin was so low.
Yeah. And then Hawk has stabilized, he's got the expo, he's got a ton of mercenaries actually. Like the Troll Priests in particular are amazing against the Beetles. He can get those out of the way. He's just in a great position now. At this point, it almost feels like he can pick almost anything to tech with here. Like he could go for air, he could go for tanks, rifles. Actually, rifles might be the one way he can lose.
Yeah, against Impale and Beetles, probably shouldn't do that. We see the MK now. Heading north. We get kind of a counter in the DK to heal a little. But yeah, Hawk is rebuilding the towers. Not forgetting about that. Not getting sloppy. Not getting too far ahead of himself.
This is amazing. Water Elemental 7-3.
Yeah.
He's like, Beetles? Y'all must have forgot.
I'm gonna wash you off. Nice Impale, but this of course, every Impale costs so many beetles. Costs like 4 beetles or something. Slaughterhouse killed. Is there a backup one? Yes, there is. At least he gets the statues out. But if he wanted to go for like mass destroyers or something, mass abominations, he can cancel that for sure.
I'm surprised he's not targeting Death Knight here, because he has Stormbolt and a lot of firepower. Zeppelin can save a lot of stuff here if you actually use it.
Yeah, he didn't. A little sloppy for a second. Now he starts it with a 2
Wait, Hawk is pretty rich behind this. Double Sanctum is going to be his weapon of choice. He can get Priests, he can get Breakers to really counter that Creep Lord's Beetles and then force him to only use Impels. Fowl really wants to go double Slaughterhouse.
But Hawk can respond in pretty much every way, right? But if he's going Breakers now, there's not much anti-air, except of course Water Elementals and Mercs. Is a Destroyer push still viable?
No, I think against this many towers, he already has Masonry, like, and also Hawk's going double Aviary behind this.
Right. Didn't TH say the reason, the solution is Breakers and Griffins?
Yeah.
Someone's listening.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't made the actual units yet, but he's going Priest up first, or at least one. I kind of like that to be able to heal a minimum.
Forces are under attack.
And just gonna evacuate. Paladin on the way as well. He's staying on the 50. The Shredder addition is just so amazing for Hawk. It simplifies everything wood-wise.
He did a lot of good so far in this game. Good balance.
Town is under siege.
And constant pressure, constant scouting. We see a Lich third, obviously. And it is Destroyer double statue. Triple statue. Is
Hawk actually gonna realize what's happening with this? Because if he starts going Griffins, those are pretty bad against destroyers.
Yeah, counterattack them, makes fighting them pretty hard, but the Water Elemental sees everything now. He saw the triple statue.
Do you think he saw the bottom slaughterhouse, or was it too far?
Oh, it's night, right?
Yeah.
But I think he saw 2 statues coming out at the same time as the Water Elemental was in the base. So
Spiral just scanned the main base of Hawk, by the way. He was trying to see what units are being made. Too bad the tech is entirely at the expo,
Oh,
but he's going
wow.
Griffins. But to be honest, I mean, is there really going to be enough destroyers here? He has, what is it, 3 statues and he's getting 2 more?
And there's also not a single fiend.
Yeah, but he doesn't need them. I think he just wants to kill the towers and say, you have to take a fight against me right now.
Right.
He's not even going to wait, actually, for the 2 extra statues. He wants to kill the towers now. Like, you feel like there is a clock running against you in this kind of game here if you're Spiral. He needs to let the Beetles tank the tower shots, though. Okay, he goes in there, starts targeting the towers, impale on the peasants, so he makes sure that he can't repair.
Portals in, pretty aggressive. The Paladin is not looking too great. One of the wind on the DK, so nothing can be really healed, but of course that can be dispelled. Clap,
He brought the
gone.
Shredder.
Oh, wow, indeed. But will that help him? I'm not too sure. He's going for Hero Focus, Nova Coil, but it's all pretty weak. There's no TP anymore, of course, trying to stab. Oh boy, Lich falls in the meantime, so that damage has been taken away.
Yeah, and I think from there, Hawk can kill everything that's on the ground here. As long as he's not super careless, like with his Archmage right now. He has so many priests stealing everything. This is going to be it here. Hawk with the 2-0, very solid against the Crypt Lord.